Bill Maher wasn't afraid to say it.
They were like peak woke.
And they came down on you pretty hard?
Oh, for years.
Which one? This is HuffPost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just a few seconds later, he realized the person sitting across from him was BuzzFeed's new owner.
Do you own it?
Yeah, now I own it. I control 50. It's publicly traded. I control 52%.
Someone's no.
That's why today's video is not to be missed, because we're also going through Bill's best moments calling out these woke outlets. Here we go.
What is this Snapchat thing? I read this.
Well, not Snapchat. I bought BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed's a publicly traded company, and I ended up making an investment in it. And BuzzFeed. I control and HuffPost.
I think they've been
and Tusty.
I think all these places have been horrible to me.
Have they really?
I certainly know Huffington Post has.
Really?
Oh, once Ariana left and it became like the most woke, ridiculous. Oh my God!
What'd they say about you? I don't even know.
Do you own it?
Yeah, now I own it. I control 50. It's publicly traded. I control 52%.
Someone's now.
Have another drink, Bill.
Oh, I'm gonna have a tall one for that. Are you kidding?
So, Bill, so I've owned it, I think, all of 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Well, let's give it another week before we have. I don't want to call it a witch hunt. Although, frankly, that's what I hope it will be. But no.
The guest in this episode was Byron Allen, who recently acquired BuzzFeed, but he overpaid by over 200% compared to its fair market value. The deal also included HuffPost, and BuzzFeed had picked up that failing outlet back in 2021. You could tell Bill had no idea about any of this, but he clearly understood what those brands had become. They built a business around chasing clicks, feeding outrage, and pushing whatever story would generate the most attention.
They were like peak woke.
Yeah?
And
they came down on you pretty hard?
Oh, for years.
Which one? This is HuffPost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I hate about the left, the purity. And that's what HuffPost, I'm worse than like Republicans because I'm not pure with their, and a lot of what they believe, of course, is silly, insane, revolutionary garbage from people who don't know facts or history or perspective. But that's okay. I don't have grudges against, I don't even read it.
There you go.
But there's, what was the other one? BuzzFeed?
BuzzFeed.
But all these places are a bunch of snarky, millennial, probably Nepo babies. I mean, I just know how these kids who have these jobs how much they were indoctrinated before they got there. And they are not America. So I don't know, you don't read your own publications?
Like I said, I'm there 2 or 3 weeks. At the end of the day, I do read it. And what I find is that, there's that spectrum.
That's simply not true. If we look at the Huffington Post as an example, just in the past few months, they ran multiple pieces against Bill. One was titled, Bill Maher Goes Full Rom-Com on Reality TV Villain Running for LA Mayor. Another read, Bill Maher gripes about people hating Trump, says more people like me should talk to him. And there are countless more. I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem across the spectrum to me. The thing is, they do this type of stuff to generate clicks, then package it as journalism. Bill was calling this out 8 years ago. Let's just say he wasn't holding back.
So much of what passes for today's journalism is anything but. How about some rules for identifying actual news? For example, when an internet headline reads, "You won't believe," yes, you will, and no, it's not news. When anyone is demanding an apology, unless they have hostages, that's not news. And when the offended group are identified as the internet, Twitter, or people, it's nobody. No wonder fake news resonates so much with Trump fans, because so much of it is fake. Just nonsense made to keep you perpetually offended with an endless stream of controversies that aren't controversial and outrages that aren't outrageous. Because places like the Huffington Post and BuzzFeed and Salon, they make their money by how many clicks they get. Yes, the people who see themselves as morally superior are actually ignoring their sacred job of informing citizens of what's important and instead sowing division for their own selfish ends.
If you actually read some of these articles they publish, there's barely anything there. Remember those 2 examples that I mentioned earlier? About 80% of each piece is just recycled quotes from whatever Bill said in an interview. The rest is filled with reactions from random people on social media who, surprise, surprise, happen to push the writer's point of view. It's an easy way to insert an opinion without having to own it directly. That's the entire business model in a nutshell. Bill took another swipe at BuzzFeed in a different segment, this time adding a bit of humor into the mix.
If Halloween is too much for your fragile sensibilities and you're worried about seeing someone wearing something that's on the forbidden costume list, just stay the home. BuzzFeed, I mean Buzzkill, has a list of 23 costumes they're literally begging you not to wear. Of course, this year, the #1 no-no is serial killer, cannibal, and Netflix sensation Jeffrey Dahmer. eBay has already banned selling it because otherwise it would be impossible to find a blonde wig and aviator glasses. Simone Biles tweeted, "Put the Jeffrey Dahmer costumes back in the closet. We ain't having it." Who's we? What's with the we? Who died and made you the great pumpkin?
Some people might see these as minor issues, but it's worth remembering that BuzzFeed became one of the biggest faces of the SJW movement, helping push political correctness, cancel culture, and eventually the broader woke agenda into the mainstream. Bill, on the other hand, has never been the type to let others dictate how he should think or live, and he came up with the perfect Halloween costume to put them in their place.
So, I thought, what better costume to wear this year than the most ridiculous one I could think of? You. This year, I'm going as an uber woke, overly anxious, perpetually offended 20-something. Would you like to see what I have for this costume? Okay. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Okay. First of all, I have my the patriarchy t-shirt. Oh, yes. And then I have a check from the patriarchy to pay my car insurance. Okay, I've got my my nose ring, my vape pen. I've got my cloth surgical mask, my surgical mask, my N95 mask, and my face shield. Then after I leave the house, I have my Klonopin to take the edge off, my Adderall to put it back on. I have my participation trophy, my cat ear headphones to listen to sad music, the stick that goes up my ass, and the leash for my support animal. And just in case anyone still doesn't get what I'm all about, I have a wet blanket. All right.
That's hilarious. Believe it or not, they'd probably still find a way to get offended by that costume. There's a reason BuzzFeed and so many outlets like it eventually faded into irrelevance. They spent years attacking anyone, even moderate liberals, who refused to agree with them on every single issue. In the process, they pushed away a huge portion of their own audience. Fast forward to today, and this culture has shifted. People have grown tired of that approach, and many of those outlets are now struggling just to stay afloat. What a shame. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.